Live from Columbia, this is WIS News 10 at 6. Live, local, now.
Good evening, everyone. Governor Henry McMaster is lauding South Carolina's legislature for passing what he calls the most transparent and accountable budget in modern times. Today, the governor announced his vetoes from the spending plan.
State House reporter Mary Green explains why the governor cut significantly less from this budget than in years past.
2 years ago, Governor Henry McMaster vetoed more than $150 million in appropriations from the state budget. Last year, his veto total was more than $50 million. But on Tuesday, Governor McMaster announced that he had struck just $1.5 million in appropriations from the next budget.
I'm not sure if there has been a time in recent history when the governor's office and staff and the General Assembly and their staff have worked so closely together in the budget process.
Governor Henry McMaster says proof of that collaboration is what he did Tuesday, keeping all but $1.5 million in the state's nearly $14 billion budget.
It wasn't necessary. We worked it all out as we were going along.
McMaster and his predecessors chalked up their much more substantial vetoes in the past to a lack of transparency in the budget, much of which concerned earmarks, money individual lawmakers request for projects, usually in their home districts. For the last 2 years, the governor has asked for more information from legislators about these requests, like how the money would be used and why it was needed. The governor says this year especially, they delivered.
I'm confident that we had the information indicating the worthwhile nature of them.
The 11 appropriations the governor struck from the budget range from duplicate requests to projects he determined aren't a good use of state dollars, like a mental health gym and a cable TV station to broadcast local athletic events. McMaster says this process could still be improved.
That's to have public input as well, to have availability for the people to see exactly what is being proposed, who is proposing it, and the reason for it, and determine if they want to spend that money, because all this tax money.
Both the Speaker of the House and the Senate President say their members won't vote on whether to sustain or override the governor's 11 vetoes until they return to Columbia in January. So barring unforeseen circumstances, this means South Carolina's 2023 legislative session is likely over. Reporting from the State House, I'm Mary Green.
All right, Mary, thank you so much. The final spending plan also contains a record number of proposals from the governor's executive budget. They include a $2,500 increase to teachers' minimum salaries and raises for state law enforcement as well.